Hey, what's going on, guys? Talk Norwich City here, back for some breaking news. David McNally, our chief executive, has resigned from Norwich City Football Club. Yes, it all started on Saturday night. Robson Summers tweeted David McNally saying, "David, it's time to leave." And David McNally actually replied to that tweet saying, "I have resigned from my position." From Saturday night till Monday morning, there was no communication from either David McNally or Norwich City Football Club, which did leave people wondering, had he resigned or not? I personally thought at the time that David McNally had been hacked. It was very unlike David McNally. The tweet wasn't similar to the way he'd been tweeting before, and it just wasn't very professional in the manner he went about it. But, you know, there's a lot of disruption on Twitter, and it's very easy to snap. It could have been sarcasm, it could have been it could have been serious, and as we've seen, it was a serious tweet. It says here, the board of directors has unanimously agreed to accept his resignation and would like to place on record their sincere gratitude for David's game-changing contribution to the football club since he joined in the summer of 2009. David played a leading role as the club erased crippling debts and rose from the lower reaches of League One to the Barclays Premier League. And taken over, David, Director of Finance Steve Stone has been appointed interim chief executive, and the board and everybody at the club is totally focused on supporting Alex Neil and the players as we head into Wednesday night's vital Premier League game against Watford at Carrow Road. This is a very, very interesting development in Norwich City Football Club history. David McNally split fans completely. Loads of people love him, loads of people hate him. He's that kind of guy, but at the end of the day, David McNally has transformed this football club. He's taken us into from crippling debts, from serious money problems, to a financially stable club, and he's taken us from League One to the Barclays Premier League. You look at that on paper, fantastic work from David McNally, a shrewd businessman with his eye on the prize. But at the end of the day, Norwich City aren't progressing as a football club at this time, and I believe that we need new direction, and I think that does mean that this is the correct decision from the club. And to be honest, fair play to David McNally. He's seen that what the fans want. Maybe not all the fans, but most of the fans have seen what they want. He obviously doesn't think that he can do any more work. He obviously doesn't feel like he's been supported enough by the board, and that's the reason he's resigned. I went to you guys on Twitter and asked for your thoughts. Luke Rumbelow99 says, "I'm shocked." Robert says, "I approve. Takes guts to call it a day. We needed change higher up. Management and players need more investment." Completely agree there with Robert. Callum says, "I don't think he should go. He's done so much for us. But what do I know? If I had my way, Vadis would play everywhere." Team Talk Canary says that this is going to be a bad move in the future. It's the worst thing that could have happened. Chris Parker says, "Surprised it's now, but was only a matter of time, especially after his hint other night." Credit to him though, he stuck with it after what happened under Houghton. He could have walked then, but who comes in? He has the most knowledge. Robert Fens, it's a shame he is gone. Look where the club could have been under him. 4 years in the Prem out of 7 years at the club. I'd also like to thank him for making the club where we are now. We are better money-wise than we have ever been. Rachel McLeod said, "Done amazing work for our club. Not many people would have got the millions we did for some of our ex-players." Ryan Clark says he's done a phenomenal job at Norwich City Football Club, helping us back to the Premier League. However, we do need to change things higher up and move forward. I can't include everyone's thoughts. It really is popping off at the moment on Twitter. Big news. Everyone's got an opinion on David McNally. My personal opinion is this is the correct decision for Norwich City Football Club. Every club needs to take risks. If we weren't to take this risk, if David McNally wasn't to resign, we would have been back into the Championship, probably back promoted, and then in a couple of years' time in the same position as we are now. We are not moving forward as a football club at this current moment in time. We've seen that. It's obvious to all fans. The players, the lack of investment. 8 players were in that team from 2012. That is under David McNally's reign. We've not invested correctly. The recruitment's not correct. It is a massive summer for Norwich City Football Club. You get it wrong, it could go horribly wrong. You get it right, we could bounce straight back to the Premier League and be competing at a much better level than we currently are. Anyway, the breaking news is here. David McNally has resigned from Norwich City Football Club. Steve Stone takes over as interim chief executive at the moment. I would have thought we'll leave it until the end of the season to find a new chief executive. Final thing I want to say, Dave McNally, thank you so much for all of the work you have done at Norwich City Football Club. Everyone appreciates it. You've turned this club from a financially crippled club into one debt-free club, prospering in the Premier League. So I say prospering in the Premier League. Thank you so much, Dave McNally. Thank you so much to you guys watching. Dave McNally has resigned from Norwich City Football Club.